everyone, it's Emily here and I am back with another river talk down at my local river, the River Fowl, and today's talk is going to be focused on the importance of river plants. So there are many creeks and streams and channels that make up this river that harbour beautiful varieties of wildlife, and this whole area is actually situated within the Cornwall area of outstanding natural beauty. And the Fowl estuary itself is a great example of a ria, which is a river valley that was flooded at the end of the last ice age when the sea level rose. So, why are river plants so important? Well, not only do they provide shelter and nursery areas for many species residing in the river, the microbial communities that also reside on and are supported by river plants, as well as the river plants themselves, help filter the waterways and remove excess nutrients from the river system. Now, this improves the overall water quality of the river and also helps to avoid eutrophication, which can be defined as excessive algae blooms, which are very dangerous to river systems and the species inhabiting them, because if they occur, they actually strip the river system of its oxygen, which of course can be fatal to the species inhabiting the river. So yes, river plants help filter the waterways and improve ecosystem function, and this is also vitally important for the ocean because river catchments and rivers, they all lead to the ocean. So if you have plants in the river that are filtering these systems, then that means less excessive nutrients is also going to reach the ocean, which, if it does reach the ocean, can actually lead to oxygen minimum zones, again fatal to many species. And then of course you've got all the plants that grow on the river banks. They are very important as well because of course they provide so many more habitats for many species, and flowers growing on the river banks as well, vitally important for pollination. And then you've got the roots. Now these roots help keep the riverbank stable, which helps stop erosion, and in turn this decreases flooding. But it is important to note that any invasive plant species around or growing within river systems need to be removed because they take up room for all the native species, and overall that disrupts ecosystem function. And one particular invasive pest, especially in the southwest, is the Himalayan Balsam. This plant was actually introduced into the UK by Victorian plant hunters as a horticultural specimen, and as invasives do, this plant really thrived in the UK, spreading rapidly and growing within river areas, on the river banks and damp ground and river corridors as well. This plant produces pink flowers in summer, and its main issue is how it spreads and outcompetes the native plants very quickly, suppressing them and just spreading throughout the river system. And the seed pods can literally explode when they are ripe if lightly touched, and of course this disperses the seeds of this invasive rapidly. When this plant dies back in autumn, the lack of vegetation that was unable to grow around it leaves the riverbank bare, and then this increases erosion, which can also be detrimental to fish spawning sites. So yes, invasive plants growing around or within river systems need to be removed, and this is one of the many important roles that rest country rivers play, removing invasive plants from these river areas and helping to improve ecosystem function. Back to the native plants now, and as I mentioned earlier, any flowers growing along the river banks are of course vital for pollination. So what I'm going to do for the rest of this river talk is just take a little stroll across this river, and if I come across any flowers I'm going to show you guys. So yeah, let's go for a little river walk. Got some lesser celandine here. A little periwinkle here. You can see all the new shoots coming up. Some of the best signs of spring. And then of course we've got some classic dandelion here, growing all along the riverbank. I mean, I know a lot of people refer to these as weeds because of how deep their roots grow and stuff, but I just think they're beautiful, you know. They're little rays of sunshine growing on the ground, and they're vitally important for pollination. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed this river talk, and as usual, head over to the West Country Rivers socials and website and just look at the amazing work they're doing and show your support and see how you can get involved with protecting river habitats. And I will see you all again on my next river talk, but for now, keep safe everyone.